Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Lillian Muli and you're watching Views on the News. Use the hashtag Views on the News to engage with us on stories we're bringing you tonight. Our resident panelists every Friday here on Citizen Weekend, the lovely Jazz Mystery. That's Jazz tonight, dressed by Alata Styles, looking absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
We're also with Rapture the Scientist, who is looking amazing. Rapture is dressed by Fabrice tonight, and you're looking super.
Asante.
Thank you so much for being with us every Friday here on Citizen Weekend, and of course, Drew Muthuri, dressed by Blackjack Jeans, our resident panelist every Friday here on Citizen Weekend. So let's get on with it. And this is what's been happening this week. A section of online users have been left fuming after a monkey's image was used in an IAAF World Under-18 Championships advert, which was placed on a local daily yesterday. That's July the 6th. In the advert, a monkey is seen dangling on a pole vault, which is being used by an athlete of African descent. There was no explanation as to why the animal, the monkey, as you can see, appears in the advert, leaving online users speculating that IAAF officials in charge of communication subtly communicated a discriminatory message against us as Miros, the African race. The IAAF Championships will take place beginning the 12th of July to the 16th of July, coincidentally at the More International Sports Center, Kasarani. So a monkey has been used to advertise that IAAF, at least this particular one, will be held here in Kenya. Jazz.
I can't even begin to explain how mad I am about this. Like, I mean, first of all, let's not talk about the graphics, okay? It looks like it's been designed by a 2-year-old racist. Like, I can't, well, how do you even come up with such a, what does a monkey have anything to do with sports? Have you ever seen like a monkey race? Like, I can understand, you know, Africa is known for the big five. You could have put a lion there, you could have put it like a cheetah, you could have put like a rhino, something. It's so beyond me that how they can put a monkey there. It hasn't, and the fact that, what is that monkey doing? It's not even holding the pole vault. It's just like flailing somewhere in space of that disgusting poster. I'm over it. I can't deal with it. It's disgusting.
Okay, mimi tunaweza sema sio tu ni ya majuu, sio nini ni ya majuu. I think I will get the wrong message. Unajua sababu ule mtu mwenye ako majuu anajulikana sasa ni wanyama. So I think we'll get the wrong message. Kafikiria sisi ni wanyama kitu kama hiyo, but wanyama ni symbol ya togetherness. Sababu unajua kuna Wakenya wengi sana wanaitwa wanyama kama njogu, nderwa. So azin ametuleta pamoja, unaona. So doesn't mean sisi ni wanyama. So as in your image, I don't know.
I think guys are reading too much into it. Kasarani Stadium is very close actually to where I live. We almost like share a wall. And there are loads of monkeys around there.
Oh, come on.
There are loads of monkeys.
Okay,
if you leave your balcony door open, you find a monkey in the digs. That I'll tell you for free. So I think maybe in their own naive way, they probably thought that
to bring their wildlife in Langata, and there's lots of monkeys because of the park, and I don't know.
So I believe they did the research pretty well and decided to put in a monkey.
Cancelled. No, there is no way. No, there's no way that you can put a monkey there. Do you know what a monkey means?
Okay, a lion is cliche. A lion
I don't
is
care.
everything.
At this point, I'll go for cliche. I don't care. A monkey, no, it's unacceptable.
There are lots of monkeys around there.
You know what?
There are lots of monkeys around there. So.
I think it's just in bad taste because we all know that black people are beasts and we can beat anybody at any kind of sport known to man.
All right.
Yeah. So let's move on there.
So there's a monkey there advertising those championships here in the country. What do you think about the fact that, you know, they used a monkey? Hashtag is Views on the News. You know, but away from that, you know, just looking at how serious racism actually is, a Nigerian man was recently brutalized and thrown out of a Munich-bound train in Germany by ticket inspectors after he allegedly refused to provide his ID card and pay a fine for not having a ticket. The incident, which was captured on video, shows the Nigerian guy clinging on metal handrails as two inspectors in uniform battled to get him out of the train, and a woman was actually heard shouting at the ticket inspectors, claiming their action was a consequence of racial discrimination. Let's take a look.
This is absolutely not okay, this what you're doing. The guy didn't do anything to you guys. should be ashamed of yourself. This is racist, what you're doing. Yeah. I'm doing this to him because he's black.
I can't.
Yeah, wow. That's harsh. That's a bit extreme. Let's get your thoughts, guys.
I think ni tabia ya kuomba sare. Unajua Waafrika tumetobia. No, acha niseme hivyo. Unajua unaweza omba sare kwa matri ya Kayole, Buru, lakini uweze natuma juu alafu anza kuomba sare. Unajua wajazoea vitu kama hizo. So I think hizi tabia zile ziko Afrika tuziache tu hapa hivi Afrika. Unajua sababu unaweza omba sare baya kwa ndege and then ianze kuwa ni aibu. I don't think kuna anything wrong hapo hivyo.
Honestly, you don't think kuna anything wrong. This guy is literally being manhandled.
No, sorry.
It's because he's black.
No, Lilian, unajua ukiomba sare unajua majua wajazoea hizi vitu, unaona? Wajazoea vitu kama hizo. So uweze na kuomba sare majua alafu upewe sare. Of course utatolewa hivyo.
No, I beg.
But what I see here is a bunch of train conductors doing their job. Plain and simple. If those train conductors were black, then I don't think this story would have broken out like this. So I think
of course not.
So why? So does it mean that then if you're a white conductor and there's a black man who's refused to pay and refused to give their ID, then I'll not do my job because it'll look bad? Yeah. So he's objectively doing his job. Even ingia batteria Kayole ama Ronga ukataye kulipa.
Of course,
my friend, you'll go to the terminus and you'll be hammered.
In fact,
those guys doing their job.
Ama conductor wa maju in fact ni wapoa kidogo.
No, you guys, I don't know what country you live in. Okay, look, in Kenya, fine, we don't actually have that much racism. We don't actually experience the kind of racism that we're seeing in this video. First of all, if you look at the history of what's happening in all these public transportation situation, you've got foreigners being dragged off planes, you've got black people shot, so you've got this guy. Obviously, you mean to tell me they couldn't have sat down and had a simple conversation? Like you mean to tell me that was out of the question? Were they mute? Like, I don't understand this. And also, I'm so sick and tired of seeing these videos. Whoever has the video and they're doing it, honestly, this guy had like some change left over. He did try to pay for you know, his ticket. He couldn't afford it. Fair enough. Okay, but the person who is filming, surely, instead of filming, oh, this is racist, oh, racism, so bad, help the guy.
Yeah.
Pay him. Like, what happened to humanity?
Yes, and same happens when there's an accident.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so actually, what do you think about that? You know, just looking at how serious racism can actually get, especially for people living out of Africa. What do you think? Hashtag is views on the news. We're presenting, we're coming back here closer home, and the government of Uganda has issued strict dress code guidelines for civil servants, which it says is intended to check rising cases of indecent clothing at the workplace. A statement issued by the Ministry of Public Service highlighted 14 guidelines for all holders of public service jobs, and among these is outlawing brightly colored trousers and open shoes for men. It's now criminal for women to appear at the workplace in sleeveless tops and in tight-fitting dresses and skirts. Let's listen into what this government official had to say. Okay, and let's listen in now.
A woman in Uganda is looked at with a lot of dignity and respect. They are mothers now and future mothers. In the Ugandan community, we are not supposed to expose the thighs. You know, those parts are supposed to be covered. The breasts, they're supposed to be covered for a respectable woman. That is in the Ugandan society. What has been happening is that some civil servants have been putting on miniskirts. So that complaint came in. And of course, there are perceptions of Ugandans. Okay? How do you perceive a public officer who comes in with red hair, facing in the different directions? So that is what we are trying to control.
Oh my God. I
can't. Red hair. Yeah, you cannot wear red hair.
Yeah. I don't know. Unajua Eugene ili give up kitambo. Ili give up na Eugene siku president wao kuja kutafuta ng'ombe Kenya. Siku imagine president anaenda nchi nyingine kutafuta ng'ombe, you know. Lakini all in all I think wana try to cool level the game, unaona. Because unajua ukiwa kwa country yenye mademo wote wamenyoa box, lazima mtanini juu lazima try cool level game. Sababu wengine wakivaamini alafu wote wako na box, so kuna wale watakatiwa, so lazima wote
mademo Uganda mademo Uganda balance
so as in say lazima game kwa level unajua because unajua kuna wale wakidungamini watakatiwa zaidi, lakini hiyo part ya open shoes kwa wanaume ndio zimefanya.
No, I agree with that actually.
Wataka watu wavae gambu tama
rapture, and by the way Uganda is humid, extremely humid. So
but I agree with that. Many a times I've been assaulted by Drew's feet because he wears flip-flops to our to our meetings, and I get aroused sometimes, and I can't contain myself. So I'm really glad that this law.
You get aroused by Drew's toes.
His toes are just it's too much.
So you find my toes hot?
Oh yeah, totally, very hot. I mean, I'm so glad for this rule. But here's my thing. So all civil servants have to wear high heels, right? So does that mean that the cops over there have to wear heels while they're running after a burglar? And also, how do they go swimming now? How will they go swimming? I want to know.
Yeah,
because
I'm still at how my toes are
very sexy.
You know, but some toes can be repulsive. They can be very repelling, and I haven't seen those.
And those tight trousers as well. Look, men cannot wear tight trousers, and for good reason, because sometimes you don't want to see the package that is down there.
Amen.
You know what I mean?
This is what I think about this Ugandan story. First of all, well, going back, just throwing it a bit back there was a time when Uganda had the highest prevalence of AIDS. And what the government did then, they banned, now you cannot dance together in a dance floor, you cannot hold hands in public, or even in a club, you cannot be mixed, as in boys would sit one side, girls would sit one side. But that was then. Now it's 20 years later. Now what does
that's true.
Yeah. What does Mark 7 want? Really, he wants now Uganda to go back to the 20s. Because yesterday we talking about this with Jazz and Rapture, and we tried going through some of those pictures and thinking, okay, what fashion does they want them to go back? Because every generation had a short skirt. This is what I think.
I think the 1900s is what they're looking. 1900s.
When Titanic was sinking.
Yeah, about that era is what they're looking for.
So I think maybe that's what they're looking for. But I don't believe it's right.
You don't be functional. You don't believe it's right for them to ban
my dress, my choice. You wear what you wear. Let people enjoy themselves.
Ita affect wale mademu wakubwa. Unajua kuna mademu pia wezi wa high heels pia unajua sababu ya weight na vitu kama hizo.
Exactly.
So ita affect mbaya sana sababu mimi kuna wale najua wezi wa high heels so. Kuna wale nimeona.
Yeah, and what are your thoughts on this? Because we had this similar debate here in Kenya with my dress, my choice, when girls were getting stripped off short skirts and just showing too much skin. So what do you think about what's currently going on in Uganda? A lot of Kenyan guys like clubbing in Uganda because they think the women have beautiful bodies there.
They do.
And they dress sexily.
They do, Lillian. They do.
So,
we don't think we know.
Yeah, so give us your thoughts. And, finally, shock engulfed a man from Mtwara in Tanzania after discovering that his partner, whom all through he believed was a woman, is actually a fellow dude. He's a guy. Musa Biko, aged 20, tied the knot with Sharaf Chimera, aged 19, a few months ago. Chimera had, through 6 months of dating, Biko disguised himself as a female. The two lovebirds promised to engage in intimacy after marriage. So throughout their 3-month marriage, Chimera had been saying, issues, I'm not feeling well, so denying Biko his conjugal rights. So Chimera's 40 days came to an end recently when her quote-unquote brothers stormed their now marital home demanding to see Chimera, who had been reported missing. The brothers carried a picture of Chimera with them, and lo and behold, when they showed it to Chimera's neighbors and husband, they were shocked to discover that she is actually a man. So that's Chimera right there.
So
very pretty, actually.
No,
Chimera is
fine. Ni ndevu amenyoa.
Hapo ama jamea.
Ni kunyoa amenyoa.
Good Lord, she is so attractive. But the thing that gets me, this story makes me so happy because I just want to know, Chimera, what was your plan? Like, what was the plan? Because you know that you have to get naked sometime. And like, I'm really like confused about this whole situation, because how did, what's that other fellow, what's his name? Bitco?
Buchache. Yeah.
Did he not go to, like, you know, did he not go to biology class? Because you cannot have a menstrual cycle for 2 weeks. It's just impossible. Like, something should have just, like, you have to test the goods.
Interesting, actually, and food for thought, that this guy dated this dude for months and...
Yeah,
6
but
months.
6 months. Oh, Jesus Christ.
6 months is quite a long time.
6 months.
Okay, first of all, uchali ni fala. Unajua, there is no way unaweza katia boy bila kujua. Because unajua kuna zile tabia, kuna shape ya mabega, magoti, unajua boy na magoti. Azin lazima at some point ungemezea, unaona?
Rapture. Apparently, she was so skilled, or he was so skilled at her wifely duties that nobody knew. Even the parents saw her,
even music.
And agreed.
No, even music unaweza tell. Ukisikia anasikiza Alpha Blondy unaweza muuliza, "Hey babe, why you listen? Mbona usikizi Rihanna?" Unajua, yani lazima utela. Alafu unajua marriage ni kitu go through parents. So pia maparo au boy pia ni mapala.
Yes.
Sababu utaletewaje mwanaume na mkubalia olewe bila kujua.
But look at how Rapture, this guy looks like a girl.
She with he in bracket, really, it's really disgusting. First of all, I thought about it. It's really disgusting, because at least this guy must have tried at some point. To be told no, he must have tried. Yeah, he must have tried something. To touch something. And the other thing, as Jazz was saying, biologically, it's very evident when a man is happy. Yeah.
It is.
So it's hard to understand.
After swimo again.
Even when you hug the person and he's happy, you know, she with he in brackets is happy, you'd be able to know. So this is really sad. I feel sorry about him. This guy needs to go for counseling.
Yeah,
I think there's a moral of the story.
Hug mwanaume mafupa za mwanaume ni ngumu. Hakutela aje mfupa. Za mabega because unaweza ni aje mfupa. Kwa nini ni mgumu aje?
Linen is definitely right here.
That looks like a girl. I mean, I would. Yeah, it does look like a girl.
I think there's a moral of the story here. You must kind of test the goods.
Yes.
I think there's a test run. I'm not saying that you should, have sex before marriage.
A sort of rehearsal.
Guza kidogo tu. Is what I'm saying. Just guza.
Yeah.
The hashtag is views on the news. And actually, food for thought. Do you prefer to wait before marriage? Do you think, like just
better watch out, man.
that it's good to test drive?
Yeah.
Just a little.
I think dance floor.
Just look under the hood. Just make
Play
sure.
a bit of piano, that
Baby pictures. There we go.
Yeah. So we're waiting on your tweets, and we have them here finally. And there we go, Jazz. Do you want to take that for us?
Well, I think Uganda has more pertinent issues to discuss about. Any sober man doesn't need a law to dress appropriately.
Okay, that's Wanyama 254. Coincidentally, he's called.
Any coincidence?
Oh, wow, yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have time to take all your tweets. We're pressed for time because 10 over 10 is having a huge peace concert this evening. They're out on location. Our hashtag is views on the news. Please continue talking to us. We've been with the lovely Jazz Mystery, who is tonight dressed by a latte style, looking gorgeous, Jazz. And tonight we're also joined by one of our resident panelists. If I could have the camera on our panelists, thank you. Drew, he's dressed by blackjack jeans. Thanks so much, Drew. You're looking awesome. And of course, Rapture, who is dressed by Fabrice, looking sharp as always. We're taking a very short break. We're crossing over to 10 over 10. Hashtag is 10 over 10, but continue tweeting using hashtag views on the news. It's been so much fun. We'll see you again next week, same time.
Bye-bye.